Hi gorgeous, and a very happy Frugal Friday to you. If you're new to the channel, welcome to you. I make videos like this focusing on drugstore products every Friday, so please subscribe to be notified of new videos in the future. In today's drugstore must-haves and must-nots, I have a lot of products to share with you. A good number of them from e.l.f, but some others that have been thrown in that I'll share with you too. We'll start off with false eyelashes. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a false eyelash hound. I love them, and anytime I'm in a makeup store, I seem to be drawn to that aisle. I just have to see what's out there, what's new, and there are a couple new false eyelashes out there right now. First one being the e.l.f. Faux Mink Lash Line. These are simply beautiful, so naturally I had to pick a couple up. They claim to have an invisible band with these, but I didn't find that to be the case for me. I still feel more comfortable wearing some type of eyeliner on my upper lash line to hide the band, but I found these to be very full, luscious, lightweight, and fluffy on the eyes, and they look extremely natural, so an excellent pair to try out. And e.l.f. also came out with a new luxe line of false eyelashes. I've tried e.l.f. false eyelashes in the past and I've not been impressed because I find them to be cheap. They're made of plastic, I feel like, and they're just really hard to work with. Not my favorites. But when I saw this luxe line came out, color me happy. They are fantastic. They do have a black band though, so you can't really wear them without an eyeliner on the upper lash line to hide the band. I found them to be just as good as the e.l.f. ones, a little bit cheaper by comparison, and they give you at least 5 to 10 wears before they start to fall apart. Another product I've been trying out most recently from e.l.f. are their brush wipes. And the idea behind these is to use them to clean your brushes in between deep cleaning sessions. So I typically deep clean my brushes every Sunday, but I've been looking for a product to use in between those times to just wipe them down and get rid of excess makeup in the brush on a daily basis. And these are fantastic for doing that. They remove all traces of makeup from the brushes fairly quickly, I might add, and it doesn't leave your brushes wet afterwards either. They are almost dry after you're done wiping them down with the wipes. What I will say about these wipes though is that they have a perfumed scent to them. So if perfumes get to you, maybe they give you a headache, they hurt your eyes, you might want to skip these for those reasons alone, because the scent does tend to linger in your brushes after you've used them. I find the scent to be very pleasurable. It doesn't bother me, but for those of you that perfume scents might bother, you might want to skip these. Steely Style, one of my most favorite cruelty-free drugstore priced brands, came out with a whole new line of pressed pigment eyeshadows, 12 brand new colors, and I'll show you swatches of each of them here while I'm talking about them. I believe these are around $6.99 a piece, and you get a good amount of product in the pan. Very high quality. One touch of the brush into these eyeshadows and the color is instantaneous. You don't need that much for application either. Great color range. As you can see here, they come in 2 different finishes, a shimmer finish and a matte finish. I love the matte finish in particular. I mean, the shimmer finish is really good too, but the mattes are so soft and smooth, easy to apply, easy to blend. If you've not tried Steely Style, this is an excellent product to start out with. Essie also came out with 8 brand new nail polishes in their spring collection, and it's very rare that I find a whole line of colors that I really like every single color of, but I had to get every single color of these because they are simply beautiful. My top 3 favorites out of the entire line would have to be the ones called Bear With Me, Clothing Optional, and Skinny Dip. Not many must-not products in today's video, but one that I do have to share with you is the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Concealer Stick. I tried this one out very recently. It was in last week's video actually, in the e.l.f. makeup tutorial, and I hadn't even had it on my face for 5 minutes before it started to crease and pool together underneath my eyes. It looked really terrible. And I mentioned as part of that video I was going to try saving it with the e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. Nope, it didn't help at all. It still looked really bad by the end of the day, and it's one of those products I will never use again, and I do not recommend. But another must-have product I have to share with you from e.l.f.'s Beautifully Bare line is their face palette, and this has a highlighter, a bronzer, and 2 blushes within it, and I used it in last week's video also. Love this one. I am simply obsessed with it. I've been using it every single day since I bought it. I love the peachy tones on the skin. And even though I'm not a highlighter wearer, as many of you know, I've been sneaking the highlighter in a little bit here and there. It's just so pretty. Why not? Summer months are upon us, so if you're looking for a new setting spray that will keep everything intact, I highly recommend checking out Makeup Revolution's version. I tested this one out in a video recently, and the way I tested it was I sprayed one half of my face with it and left the other side untouched, and by the end of the day, you can see the results very visibly. Makeup Revolution kept my face nearly matte for 12 hours, while the other side was turning into a greasy ball. So for me, this is going to be one of those products that I'm going to be using a lot this summer in conjunction with some of my other setting sprays that I need to start using up. Another must-have product that I have to share with you is e.l.f.'s Cream Eyeliner. The shade that I'm showing you here is in Teal Tease. And these are wonderful. They are very creamy, easy to apply, very pigmented, and they last all day. In fact, they are really hard to remove after you have applied them. I will warn you now. My only caveat with these is that they dry out after about 3 or 4 months, but for $3, it's not that much to replace it, and you're really only spending $1 a month for it to dry out after about 3 or 4 months. So that's the only negative I have to say about those, but for the price and what you're getting, really, really great. Last product I have to share with you is another must not, and that is the e.l.f. Clay Eyeshadow Palettes. I tried a couple of these out very recently, and even though I had applied 4 different colors onto my eyes from the palettes, by the end of the day, it looked like I had only applied 1 color. They were very muddy, they blended together, there was no differentiation whatsoever. And even on application, I found the eyeshadows to be rather chalky, hard to apply. The pigment really wasn't there. And when you compare the clay eyeshadow palettes with something like their Prism eyeshadow palettes, the quality becomes very apparent. The Prism palettes are wonderful. Pigmentation is and they are absolutely spectacular, but these clay ones, skip them. Let me know if you've tried any of these out or what some of your favorites and flops from the drugstore have been most recently. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again next week.